What's good with Fat Gang? It's your girl Mickey checking in, guys. And today, we are still celebrating our celebration for women in business. We are on our season 3, and I have been pretty excited about this season. Not saying that seasons 1 and 2 weren't good or that I wasn't happy, but I am really excited about season 3. I've kind of stepped out of my comfort zone, and we have a lot of different variety of ladies this season. So I am super excited. And to go ahead and kick this off, we have Miss Keke here, who I met because she has a podcast. But I'm not even going to try to tell you guys everything that she's doing. I'm going to hand it right over to her and let her tell you all about herself and everything that she has going on.
Hey, Mickey, thank you for having me on your platform. It is amazing to, just have someone on your platform and they exactly, want to come and bring you on there. So appreciate that. But you guys, I am Keke Chanel. I am an award-winning author. I am a lifestyle blogger. I am a book coach and a certified life coach on top of host of Kicking It with Keke podcast, life, love, and all that other shit. Have a lot of stuff going on. I love what I do. Started writing about 12 years ago, released my first novel. And it just kind of like the journey just went on from there. Kicking It with Keke is actually a blog. And I still operate it on WordPress.com. It's Kicking It with Keke on WordPress.com if you want to, just tune in. And in 2020, we had a lot going on, as we all know, right? The world shut down. We experienced a loss. We lost one of our baby girls. She was 19 years old to a fatal car accident. And I had been talking about taking my brand to the next level. So that prompted me to not worry about tomorrow. Do it today when you're able to do it, right? Because tomorrow is not promised. So Kicking It with Keke Live was birthed in July of 2020. And that is where I go live with different guests on Monday nights in my Instagram page at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Y'all tune in. It's the Keke Chanel if you want to tune in on Instagram. And then this year, I decided to go even farther and started the podcast, Kicking It with Keke. Okay. So it's a 3-tier level to Kicking It with Keke. It just all depends on what tier you want to come in to find out what has happened with Keke Chanel, the writer. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I know it's a long introduction, but I try to explain things where people can understand the journey, because not all journeys are easy, but we tend to see all of the good stuff, right? People don't talk about all of the late nights, the tears, the blood, the sweat, and all that stuff. So I like to try to let people know that, if you work hard, you will fulfill your purpose.
Yes, and I love that. And girl, that intro, that is you. That is what you do. That is what you bless individuals with. So speak on that. Make sure everyone knows what you do, what you offer, and where they can find you. Yes.
Absolutely.
And yes. So what kind of started your journey? Like, what made you decide, okay, I want to do something that's not only going to help myself and help me grow as a person, but how can I push this out in a way where it will help others? What kind of started that journey?
Well, you know what? I wrote my very first book in 2005, right before Hurricane Katrina. Okay. And, we all know I'm in Louisiana, and Hurricane Katrina was a nightmare for us. I ended up losing that book. So I took that as a sign. Well, maybe that book was not ready to come out. Yeah. So I just continued to write. I didn't let that, get me down or anything like that, because we had life that was going on. So I used writing as an escape. And so when I released my first book in 2012, Deadly in Stilettos, I went with another company, a publishing company, and I thought I did enough research, but I got burned by them so bad. I decided to take the knowledge that I did have and the people who started to pour into me to give me more knowledge and become a book coach to help other people not have to go through all of the adversity that I did to get their book released. So that's how Kicking It with Keke, Keke Chanel, the book coach, came about. And, I just continue to keep writing, and I'm 14 books in. I just released a course, a mindset course, and a journal to go with that. actually a couple of weeks ago. So I'm excited about that. And I've always wanted to figure out how the mind works. So I went to school and I majored in psychology. Although life happens, I didn't get my degree, but I decided to go and become, get certified as a life coach.
Right.
And I specialize in personal growth and mindset because I really believe that when we start to think differently, we see the world in a different lens, through a different lens. Mm-hmm. And when we're operating as our highest self, we can't do anything but be great, right? So yes. I help people unpack that mental baggage because we hold on to so much, especially subconsciously. And as soon as we start doing good, here go that subconscious mind saying, oh, let me throw this at you. Yes. You remember when you did this in the 9th grade, how it made you feel? Well, let me throw this back at you. So yeah, just helping individuals navigate their way to their next level by unleashing all of that stuff that we should just not hold on to. Because I'm guilty of that. I don't forget anything. So somebody may have said something to me 10 years ago. I don't let it confine me or whatever, but I hold on to that. It's like the way that person made me feel. I don't want to make anybody else feel like that. And I don't want to ever feel like that again. So yeah, I use that as fuel to drive me to help inspire and motivate other people.
Yeah. And I mean, I love that. And it's all a part of your journey and how your journey can help the next person maybe through that similar journey.
Right.
Try to avoid the pitfalls that came with that journey.
Right.
And I understand that. So my whole reasoning for my celebration of women in business was because there's a lot of different layers. We had instances, if I can get my words right here, right? Growing up, my mom, we were in a battered women's shelters a lot, and it took other women kind of helping my mom and showing her the way and helping her realize her worth. But it was a network. And growing up, you don't hear about women collaborating positively.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, no, to try to give back, to try to do things to help other women. This is kind of my way of doing it because I see how it helped my mom growing up.
Right.
So there was an instance where I was able to do like a fashion show where all the proceeds went to a battered women's shelter. I knew nothing about fashion other than America's Next Top Model. And I'm out here in all these little clothes. And I'm like, whoo, that's mighty revealing right there. But, it's like you said, it's all about that journey. I always feel like if it's something I can do for like a battered women's shelter or something for women of domestic violence, I always like to do that because it was those women who helped my mom grow into the woman she is.
Right.
And watching her go through those transformations and things, it shaped me as well.
Absolutely. And I love that you like to give back because most people forget where they come from and they forget about the people that actually helped build them up when they were down. Yeah. And so I commend you for that. Keep doing that. The best way to do something is to do it. And you've done it. And now you could probably tell somebody else, hey, I did a fashion show and this is the do's and don'ts of that.
Okay.
Right.
Please don't wear super high heels because if you got to go downstairs.
I learned that the hard way walking in a fashion show, but I played it off because I had some smooth dance moves and they didn't know.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, I'm telling you, it's like so much. And going along with that, I just have to say this very quick here is when you do something for someone or you want to give them advice, don't do it if you're anticipating something coming back.
Absolutely.
Because you may think you're doing good, but that karma gonna come back to you, babe, because you was doing it with a bad intention. So just throw that out there.
Absolutely. I mean, I agree because people, they always want to do something with the expectations of when I come to you in the future, remember when? Yeah. You remember when? They love to say that, remember when. So I try to do it. I don't expect anything but good intentions from people. And so my prayer was, God, please connect me with the people that are of you that will help uplift me as I uplift them. And when I tell you that my circle has changed, and I, in a great way, the people that I am connected with, we inspire each other. They pour into me as I pour into them. All of us have never met like a day in our life. Like some of them I still have yet to meet, but I feel this if I need them, they're there. Same thing with if they need me, I'm there. And I
Yeah.
think that's one of the things about social media in 2020 when we were shut down.
Mhm.
That's when people start to look at it in a positive light because we all have social media horror stories where all you see is fighting down the timeline
Yes.
and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that anything that you do with positive intention, it will come back to you with positive results. So
Yep. And you don't
yeah,
have to wait on it. It's gonna happen when
yeah,
it's supposed to happen. Yes. And
absolutely.
I love how you're mentioning like the social media in a positive light because it is. I
Mm-hmm.
have connected with so many different people, and it may have been one instance where someone said, "Oh, can you hop on this live?" And I do, and now I'm connected to 25 other people,
Right.
and it's amazing to me as my business is growing and I'm learning. My circle is, oh my gosh, it's
It
turning
should.
like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
all the people I thought were gonna be here, coming into year two, a lot of them are not.
Yeah, they just spin right on out of
Yeah,
there.
just roll right on with the water,
Uh-huh.
But I'm learning so much and I'm gaining so much and I'm realizing, I want to say this in the best way, but I'm realizing some people really are only here for a season. They're not here to go through this entire span of life with you. They're not
Absolutely.
meant to hit every single happy moment that you have
Mm-hmm.
or every single down moment. They're not meant to be there for those. And I'm really, really learning that.
Right. And we can't take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Our journey is our journey. Our vision is our vision. Our purpose is our purpose. So, we may want our friends and family to get on board to support us, to come along, but that's not for them. And God will connect you with those people that's like-minded, that's supposed to help you elevate. So I used to be guilty of getting upset because I wanted a best friend or a family
Mm-hmm.
member to come and be right there by my side. But I realized that when I love myself and I believe in myself and know my self-worth, that journey becomes a little bit easier to bear, especially when the people that you love and think that's supposed to support you
Mm-hmm.
don't do it.
Right.
Because you couldn't have told me when I wrote my first book, everybody wasn't gonna buy it. That I know. They know me. They gonna buy this book to support me.
Yes.
Nah, it didn't work like that.
Oh,
It didn't work like that. No.
it's that fear that sometimes people have of, if I buy her book or if I buy her shirt, she's
Mm-hmm.
going to be better than me. She's going to be doing
Yes,
better. And so they
absolutely.
won't support because of that. And it's like, what about the building aspect? We could have been partners. We could have done great things, but
Mm-hmm.
it is that level there. You're like, maybe it's right that I outgrow this person or this journey doesn't include them.
Right. I love how you say outgrow because that's the thing. We're here to change, grow, and elevate. Like
Mhm.
you shouldn't want to be the same that you was 2 years ago. Getting outside of the comfort zone is something that we should be comfortable with being uncomfortable
Yeah,
because there's no elevation in the comfort zone.
it's
And
not.
sometimes it requires you to be separated from the people that you thought was going to be there,
Mm-hmm.
to let you see, hey, those people might have been dim in my light. Nothing against them, but we're just not on the same wavelength anymore. And let me
Yep.
go ahead and allow God to open those doors for me that are supposed to be open, and make sure that you're hearing from God, guys, because doors can open, but they may not be from God, but of God.
Right.
So that's something that discernment or those goosebumps, those, hairs standing up on your arms and all that stuff, that is there for a reason. It's like warning signs. So pay attention to that stuff.
Definitely. But when you don't have those feelings,
Mm,
do not be afraid not to step over that threshold into that door and see what awaits you. You may have to go through
absolutely.
a process, you might have to go through some
Mm,
hurdles, but it's
hmm.
something there that's great on the other side. Trust me.
Absolutely. It is. It is. And that's the reason why I named my life coaching business Push. And the acronym for Push is Proclaiming Unbreakable Self Healing, because we all need a little push sometimes to get to that point that we. And so, yeah, that I love that you say about the walking through the threshold, because yeah, sometimes we tend to stand back and watch that door open and just are too afraid to take that step forward to get in there and see what it's all about.
Yep. And sometimes that's where you have to leave some of those people, those thoughts, those emotions. Cause and then we're like, ooh, that's a door. I've never seen that door. I don't know what's on
Mm-hmm.
the side. And you start doubting
Yep.
yourself. Like, yeah, I'm
Self-sabotage.
not ready,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Yep.
like, no, I am, or else it wouldn't have opened.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that. You're ready because it opened for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
I do. Now, I know for me in growing my business and with meeting new people and everything like that, how has it been for you as far as building the brand and learning who to kind of partner with and kind of go through that? Because, and I say that because I went through a phase where I thought I had a good mentor and later found out she was taking stuff from me and other people to build her brand.
I mean, and that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. You just look at like the information that you're supposed to give away, you give it away. The
Mhm.
stuff that you're tight-lipped about, that is just God saying, no, keep that to yourself. I'm protecting you because that is something that's for you.
Mhm.
And then when it comes out, it comes out. And people, that's the best form of flattery, and that's how everything has happened. You see somebody doing it, you put your own spin on it. If it's all about the marketing, right? Some people it'll take off for, and some people it doesn't. But for me, it just I've had mentors. Some of them I knew that they was just in my life to teach me a lesson. I
Mhm.
learned that lesson and we parted ways. There's no animosity. It was nothing. It was mutual. There, we see each other. Hey, how you doing? And then there's some that's there as a constant and you can always call them or they call you. You bounce ideas off each other. They give it to you straight. I had one mentor say, you need to up your prices because you cheating yourself. This is too valuable for you to give it away at this point. And I'm like, wow, I thought,
Right.
I thought it was a good price. No, so to have people that see more in you that
Mhm.
will push you to elevate,
Yeah.
that's what I credit have been building my brand. Am I where I want to be? No, but I'm definitely not where I used to be.
Right.
And it's a process. I mean, you learn something every day and take the stuff that you need from life, apply it to do better, and let all the other stuff go. That's the only thing that you can do.
Okay. And I had someone tell me that too. And because they were at my house and I was making their item in front of them. And she was like, you should have charged me more. And I was like, huh?
Uh-huh.
It felt, it was very eye opening because this is her product. She's already paid. And she's
Right.
telling me, like, no, you should have charged me more.
Because
And
they
I
see in
really,
the process, she saw the process that you took. Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
I really had to sit back and was like, well, yeah, I mean, I do that. Yeah, I mean, okay. So then it was like, okay, but that taught me how to go back through and look at everything that I do, the
Mm-hmm.
packaging, the marketing,
Mm-hmm.
everything that's going to go into this. And so, yeah, so I, like you said, you get those lessons where you're supposed to.
Right.
So I have become a little more closed about certain things,
Right.
but I haven't allowed that to change my personality or my wanting to build and network with individuals.
Right. Absolutely. And I don't think it should because then you know that it's something else deeper going on and you may have to look at self
Right.
because because we don't sometimes we don't take accountability for us. We try
Yes.
to blame everybody else. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, hey, everybody not saying this for a reason. Let me see what I played a part in this and figure out how I can become better. So yeah. And
Yeah.
like I said, it's a learning experience. Take one day at a time, but learn something every day that you can apply moving forward.
Okay. And real quick, I had someone tell me I had a great elevator pitch, and then I had someone tell me it was like too scripted. And I was like, well, I tried to sound relaxed, but trying to encompass everything. So, what would be your take or your sort of advice on like an elevator pitch?
I would say make sure that you tell people the very base of what you do, but make sure that your personality shines bright because people tend to support and buy and invest in people that they like. So you want to make sure that you're approachable, make sure that you're genuine, make sure that you have your personality shining through. But then you want to make sure that you pitching the hell out your business. Like, this is Kingdom brand clothing. This is what we do. This is what we represent. I'm the face of my brand. I'm the voice of this brand. When you see that brand, you should think about me. And they're gonna probably, use a lasting impression. They're probably like, you know what? I met this woman today and she was so bubbly. I need to go and check out her website or see if I can go and support her in another way. I may be looking for somebody that I can invest in the future. And then you run across their mind because your personality, because your genuineness and your integrity and stuff like that. So I tell anybody, whether you building a brand, whether you're, tying shoes for a living, make sure that you do it and have that personality shine through. Like, do it like you making $1 million a year.
Yes.
And so that just teaches God that when he does open those doors to bless you, that you can handle those blessings.
Yes.
Yes.
And the last thing I kind of want to touch on here is, how has your individual growth, the value that you place on yourself, how has that resonated with how you present your products to everyone and grow?
I actually changed the genre that I write in, because I used to write erotic fiction. I used to write suspense fiction, paranormal fiction, and psychological thrillers. I still do those every now and again, but I've changed all of that to go with my life coaching business. So I write self-help, personal development, motivational type books now. Not saying that I won't write those other type books again, but that is my focus, because this is my season to grow that business and to help individuals change their mindset. So as you pour into others, you have to pour into yourself. So I'm a big fan of self-love and self-care. And a lot of people don't think that there's a difference between the two, but it is. Self-care is, like making sure that you're eating well or getting the proper rest and stuff like that. And self-love is just making sure that you're presenting yourself as the best self that you possibly can, knowing your self-worth, being accountable for your actions, doing to others as you have doing to you, just living life on a different wavelength when it comes to positive thinking, positive mindset, a mindset of abundance. That means that if I can believe it, I can have it. If I can see it, I can have it. Why not me?
Right.
Like, why not you? There's enough for everybody to go around. Right. It's just all about your confidence. Have you ever walked in the room and then all of a sudden everything shifted when you in there? Everybody looking like, who is this person? Who is she? Like, dang, she just changed everything. I try to enter every room like that, like I want that response. Okay. Not trying to be cocky or anything, because I don't like a lot of attention. I'm an introvert. I like behind the scenes. But if God put me in that room, I know that I'm there for a reason. I know I'm supposed to be there. And so I don't let anybody make me feel like I don't supposed to be there. Right. I don't shrink myself, because then it shows and people feel like, oh, well, she up to speak, but she don't know what she's talking about. She look defeated already. Look at her shoulders slumped or whatever. So stand up tall, stick your chest out, smile, put that little pep in your step, and let people know, hey, I am here. I have something to say, and I'm supposed to be here.
Yes.
And that's how I've been over the last 5 years. And stuff that I used to worry about or concern myself with, I don't worry about that stuff. That stuff has no meaning, especially losing my child. Like, some of that is it's just not worth it to worry about stuff like that. Like, life is too short. Let's just be happy. Let's just, do what we're supposed to be doing and stop worrying about the other stuff, because you can't make people do anything, right? So why put that energy into trying to make people support you, trying to make people like you, trying to make people understand what the hell you got going on? Because I realized that if it don't affect them personally, people just genuinely don't care.
They don't.
Like, compassion and empathy is two of the things that I pride myself in having for other people, but I realized that everybody don't have that.
Yep, they don't. That's one thing I learned. Everyone is not going to do what you do, how you do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to learn that.
And you can't fault them for that, because you can't fault them for something that they don't know. And maybe they've never been taught that. maybe because you've gone through your season of healing and grief and stuff like that, that they haven't experienced it. Or maybe you decided to listen and let God guide you. And so you just have to meet everybody where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm speaking to myself on that because I needed to hear that today. I don't know why. Okay, God, I got you. I needed to hear that today. Yes.
It's even that, like listening to those things, those bits of information as they come for you. You're getting that for a reason. That popped in your head. It's affecting your spirit for a reason.
Absolutely.
So accept it. Yeah. So I feel like we can have so much more of a conversation.
Yes.
So I'm definitely we're gonna have to link again for some.
Absolutely. I would love to come back. I would love to have you back on my platform. And like I said, I'm going to be doing some panel discussions, and I would love to invite you as one of the panelists of, different topics, because I feel like when you connect with different people on a level that we're supposed to be connected to, those conversations are supposed to be had. Yeah. We just have to create those spaces to have them so that we can allow other people to see, there are women who get along. There are women who support each other. There are women who really got each other's back. And, women relationships are healthy and positive and things like that. So, of course, I would love to reconnect. Of course. Yes.
So before I let you go, I just want to let everyone know, if you can let them know again where they can find you, if they want to purchase any of your books and anything like that, just let them know.
Yes, I am on social media, Facebook, Instagram, just joined TikTok. I have my website. So you can actually, I'm always on Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram at Keke-Chanel. You click the link in my bio, it'll take you to everything else. I do want to mention that I just created this mindset course. It is available on Amazon. Hope you guys can see it. Hold up.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. What? Yep. No.
There it is. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, it's called The Power of Mindset. It is called The Power of Mindset. And I go through it, breaking down what mindset is, why it's important. I focus on 3 key mindsets. And, you have some coursework that you have to do. And that just creates a mindset shift so that at the end of the course, that your way of thinking is changed, and that you can go and look at life through a different spectrum and just operate as your best self while you can, and experience life more abundant. I mean, it is a guide too, but these are things that help me elevate. So I wanted to put it out to help other people. I also have a mindset journal that's with it, and it's a 90-day mindset journal where you just journal what you have going on after the course that you took the course, or even if you didn't take the course, just start day 1, go 90 days and just read back through it to see how your mind shifted. It's just all about mindset. How did you think on day 1 versus how you think on day 30? Okay. And so on and so forth. So yeah, those are available now on Amazon.com. All you got to do is just type in The Power of Mindset or Keke-Chanel, and all of the books come up. And those are my latest 2 books. And I just wanted to talk to y'all about that because they just came out like a week or so ago.
Yes. I be stalking her Instagram, y'all. She posts very, very often. There's a lot of information. I be tuning in on Mondays.
Yay. Thank you so much.
You guys have to stay up with her. She's doing some amazing things. She's reaching out and tapping into a lot of different businesses and just individuals as a whole. And we all need that self-love. We all need to promote each other and build together. The support systems, they need to happen. They really help change people individually as well as business. So we need individuals like you, honestly, to help us build those connections and build our future, because we all have to help each other. And that's just point blank.
Thank you so much. And I love helping people. I like to help people that's helping themselves though. So yeah.
Yeah, let's put that out there. Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. So, but yeah, I love to speak life into people. And I believe that there's power in the words. And so that starts with speaking life over ourselves, over our kids, over our families, over our relationships, business ships, friendships, and all of that stuff. So I just encourage everybody who's watching or listening, just be mindful of the things that you say and be mindful of the things that you think, because subconsciously it will be there.
Yes.
You don't think that it's there, but it will be there. So just be mindful of that.
Yes. So, guys, I will also make sure all of Kiki's information is in the description down below. So make sure you guys go check her out. Check out those books. I'm gonna be shopping soon, so you'll be seeing my name pop up soon.
Thank you.
And make sure you guys share this video out with anyone who is thinking about starting a business, in a business. They can be 20 years in. This knowledge and everything that we kind of talked about still resonates to anyone, actually, whether you're a business owner or not. So make sure you guys share this out. Let's support our women who are business owners, who are out here making moves. And let's build these communities up, guys. So I love you guys so much. And until next time, we will catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
For you.